color of your coin. Color of your coin. It's a pleasure.
This is where your alliance congregates.
It is quite grand, I think. But I suppose an event like this beckons decorum.
The stories from this trip will make good fodder when I return. Gossip sits in their bellies like a fresh harvest.
You'll get plenty of that. How can I prepare you for the audience?
Honey wine, but we've none to spare. I'll be fine. We've hosted travelers over time, with little more to bargain besides information. I'm not unaware of the world. Just been a long time since we've needed to seek aid from others.
You and I are aligned, at least.
Good. After you, Wayfinder.
All members are present. Welcome, leadership from the Pact. Finally. The room is getting fuller by the day. We can begin.
We thank the Council for their discretion and speed. Your summons said as much, but recent developments are troublesome.
Are the cryptids back? Are they not so contained?
A different threat. Warden Frode, your report?
A Titan has been sighted in Janthir. A few of my Astral Ward in the area got a good look after it fled into the bay.
A Titan? I've certainly read of them. The burning of Ascalon. The door of Komali. Stories filled with deception. Are you sure?
Yes. Multiple first-hand accounts of a giant insectile beast. The Ward is gathering all the readings we can.
Our records are likely dated, mind you. And this one may be more evolved than the hive we've encountered before.
Luckily, the commander was in the right place at the right time. Witnessed the attack alongside Kaith and Imperator Malice.
Oh yeah, well, that's convenient.
Counselor.
It's all true. While working with the Astral Ward in Janthir, we encountered the Coden of Harvest Den. We sought to establish diplomatic bonds with them on behalf of Queen Jenna when the Titan attacked. Its spawn kept us busy while it fled into the bay, smart enough to avoid a fight. But my experience is limited. Today I brought Stoa Golda, the claw of the Lowland Coden, to share his.
We noticed a change 3 seasons ago. The wildlife reacted first. They fled south. Bearkin went missing. We kept our suspicions level. It could have been any great creature. Janthir is fierce. But then, the land started to sour. I assumed it was your cryptis. But those ones attacked our mines, not the grasslands. This is a very different beast. My bearkin have lived in Janthir longer than your cities have stood tall. We know danger well. We respect its boundaries. But this being mats my fur. Whatever the Titan is, whatever this creature seeks, we should be cautious. The fact that he's taken refuge near the ruins of Bavanisos paints an uncertainty that we shouldn't allow to brew.
many are there? One, you say?
That we've confirmed. He fled to the north while his spawn kept us distracted. Even the little one was nasty.
Titans are not solitary. We'd know if there were 20. But I'd expect at least 2, maybe 6. And I don't count their spawn.
What does the Astral Ward advise? This feels like the definition of your expertise.
I'd like to hear that too. The Astral Ward should offer the Scepter of Ore.
Lady Livia, do I want to know what happened to the poor guards stationed at the door?
I haven't protected that thing for a century and a half for it to collect dust and foul memories. Lost to time, I thought. You have the scepter?
We do. The lady surrendered it not long ago. Safer in my reserves than a velvet crypt beneath divinity's reach.
You know it's a good idea, Iskarin.
I don't know this legend. What is this Scepter of Ore? A weapon?
Legavo. Cast from raw magic by the seers. It was made to control beasts from the mists.
A solution perfectly sculpted to our problem. The answer is dropped into our laps.
The scepter should remain dormant.
And why's that, Your Majesty?
Pick a legend. That is a history caked in blood. All of its wielders have met some ill-carved fate.
Besides myself, of course. And she looks great.
Until we know what we're dealing with, I'd sooner pick up a sword again than leave our fate to archaic mysticism.
Stubborn as Linus. Your mother would be horrified.
Enough! Are we walking on coals? Queen Jenna, if you don't see this as feasible, what do you propose?
The scepter is an extreme solution to a fresh problem. We should send the commander back to Janther to learn more.
I agree with the Queen. We don't know nearly enough about the threat at hand, or how useful the scepter would be here.
Well, I think we should get it over with and just try the damn thing. What are we risking here?
This creature is closer to my borders than yours. And Stoic Alders Coden are even closer. Harming our people is the risk.
Letting this thing roam about is just as dangerous to them.
Perhaps. But the scepter could do much worse. We are simply at an impasse.
Then what do we do?
We vote on it.
It's a sound motion. We did form the Alliance for a reason.
Someone will be disappointed with the decision. Or dead.
Ideally, these Titans, and not us.
The Queen is right. I don't think everyone is going to agree.
And so we vote. Take some time to think. When everyone is prepared to make their decisions and has returned to their places, we'll begin.
The Seers are frustrating collaborators, not overly fond of sharing. You saw how specific and arcane the Shining Blade was. Legavo is similarly complex. It tests the will of its user, judges their intent. If the user is found wanting, well, those names have long been lost to time and memory. Isn't it obvious? It saw my intent, to bring the White Mantle and their Mersat overlords to ruin for their abuse of the Bloodstones. The sacrifices, King Jaden's death. Ignore me. Musings from long ago. It offered me vengeance. I sent many enemies of Kryta to their oblivion. Probably liked the blood. It was fortunate that Iskarin and I crossed paths when we did, though. Even I have limits. As for you, well, you don't lack for will. Even death couldn't stop you. I wouldn't bet against you. Before those unfortunate bandits, and then myself, its prior wielder was, let's just say, a little problematic. Vizier Kilbron. He was responsible for sinking ore. I'm sure you've heard that particular story many times. While the Scepter wasn't responsible for the cataclysm, it was a very dense situation. Whenever a god is involved, and especially a fiendish one at that, certain cultural anxieties come to light. I don't suggest it lightly, but it was cast to control creatures from the mists. Kilbron used it to control the Titans. There is risk, certainly. We don't know how well it works, or if it does anymore. But we should try.
I wish they could understand that what seems like an easy solution is often muddied with complication. But the final call is not mine. It can't be if we seek genuine unity. But whatever is chosen, we will live with it.
I hear everyone's concerns, but between us, I don't know. We've endured so much pain already. Can you blame anyone for wanting to end things quickly?
Kinda speaking from experience here, leaning on ancient magic isn't worth the cost.
When Queen Jenna invited me to the Alliance, I didn't think things would spice up so quickly. Ilona has a long history with events such as this. I know my response. Think on yours.
I don't know, Commander. I'm prone to agree with the Queen's hesitation. We know so little.
Thankfully, Cantha had not yet closed its borders before the events Dagonet described. I've read of the Titans, and I've read of all that connected them. Abaddon, Shiro. It feels too complicated to make a sudden choice. I'd advise caution, but I see it in your eyes already.
You know my take. If we have a solution, we should use it. If the Astral Ward is so powerful, they owe us a demonstration.
lot to consider, but I think I know my stance. We'll see how this resolves.
I don't disagree with caution. The risk is critical in dire moments, but I will abide by their decision. Historically, if the Ward needed to take action, we simply took it. I must wait now. I don't want to.
The last
regret
delegate has
this.
returned to their podium. It is time. All in favor of utilizing the Scepter of Ore to combat the Titan threat, say yay. And those who oppose, preferring the commander return to Janthir to conduct further research, nay.
We're all so shy. I'll start. Nay.
Nay.
Yay.
Yay! A firm nay.
Nay.
Krisha.
Yay.
Nay.
Yay.
And we will not be using the scepter. More research is critical before we make such a call.
And when we do need the scepter, are we voting again?
We very well might, Counselor. For now, we are investigating the threat. If more action is needed, we will approach that. Imperator Malice, Kaith, and the Commander will return to Janthir with Stoic Alder immediately. Learn all you're able.
Stoic Alder, do your people have a secure route into the Isles? If Iskarin is correct...
And I am.
Then we should expect the worst. At least one Titan has returned to Tyria.
I've sent scouts to map the ruins before. We can approach from the south, take the river inland, and establish camps. These things threaten my home, my son. My spear will aid this alliance.
Adjourned.
That was quite the affair.
I don't envy your status, Wayfinder. My mate was the Globetrotter. I prefer the personal politics of the village council. The Isles should make us nervous. The lowlands are familiar, but we never stay long. If you haven't heard my warnings yet,
Starting to get a good idea.
remain honest, and we'll wash our paws of this. We meet in Janthir.
What was it like? Horrifying. We've faced many threats, big ones, but this time felt different. I don't want to catastrophize and call it an omen, but this creature escaping or entering from the mists is a scary concept.
You're not catastrophizing. Things that used to be rare suddenly feel like a routine season.
Iskarin, must I remind you that we are trying to prove a point in our participation here?
If we weren't in this alliance, the Titans would be taken care of.
That the Astral Ward does not make quick decisions. We think things through, and you don't know that. We have so few members now. The Spire may be irreparable. And you are tired, my friend. We all need each other. Tyria isn't safe from the mists anymore.
I wouldn't have advised that call, my queen. I think there's a better option. A smarter option.
It's good you're not her advisor, then.
This is why I don't keep both of you on my shoulder at the same time. Agree to disagree, Lady Livia. You are welcome to express your opinion, but I do not share it.
Well, I can't argue with the majority. Their suspicions must be warranted. I just don't want more destruction.
Neither do I, brother.
Foolish. What a silly decision. One more bad report for the Arcane Council. I'll be fine. Just fuming. Move along.
Any strong feelings about the vote, you two?
I'm happy with the result. When we're dealing with gods, or creatures that pretend to be gods, caution must be observed. Maybe they want us to make the obvious choice. There's no way to know until we do our research.
It's certainly not my place. I'm just the royal messenger to the Dominion's great house, after all.
Just the royal messenger. She is very modest.
But I can see both sides. I see the want to dissolve the problem swiftly, and I also see the need to be patient.
Politics can be very delicate indeed. And knowing the song behind your opposition's march is critical in informing your own.
Sure don't envy you two. I just hope this gets cleaned up before anyone else gets hurt.
Imperator, I would watch your tone. Anyone but me might disapprove.
My tone? My tone is fine. It's your logic that isn't. This is a Titan we're dealing with. What they did to our people...
Awful. And the things they made us do were worse. But that doesn't mean we should turn to some cursed wand. I hear your opinion, I agree. But you're Ash. Collecting data and understanding every corner is how you rose to Imperator. So, are you level-headed enough to return to the field?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're back. We need to reach the northern shore. Yesterday. No time to pack.
You're distraught. What's the matter?
Fading Aurora. She left the village. We have to go after her. She won't survive a day on the Isles by herself.
She went to the Isles? Why?
I don't know. She didn't say exactly. When Pa returned, he told the Council about your meeting. The Titans.
Did he go with her?
Wonderful!
We should tell your father. See if we can rally
together in no
spirit.
time. Thanks to you.
let them gnaw his house down for a stern word across his face.
This is as far inland as we can get. We'll have to continue on foot.
Have you been here before?
A few times, but never without Ma or Grandma.
What about Stoic Alder?
He wouldn't bring me, no. Doesn't think it's safe.
Look.
We follow those. I bet we'll find Fading Aurora. Strangers ahead. We'll fight through them.
Careful, Cub. This isn't a race.
The Val Raven should be drawn to the carnage. But the presence of the strangers keeps them away. Wait. There.
I hope your friend is
The
alive.
multiplicity of your bestial nature flickers dull without air. I am Greer, and you are small.
Aurora, we came to help. Let's kill this thing and go home. Please.
My boy, you need to get out of here.
More moths to flame, sizzling with melancholy as they reach my ember.
You all need to listen to me. We need to clear the spawn and debris from the area. Right now, he holds control of this environment. Listen, to balance the odds, I may be able to overwhelm him. Just enough. Now, Pokey, do you have my seeds?
I never leave home without them.
Good.
Fascinating is your dedication to dying plants. I will turn this swamp to rot.
It's done. What now, Aurora?
Plant the seeds throughout the swamp. I'll warn you, they're very magical.
Watch out for his spawn! Dodge out of their way! We don't want to lose any seeds!
Seeds, here!
I see now. Your plans are undoing his corruption. It's magic, but it's balance.
Exactly.
I trust you.
Aurora, it's working!
So sweet is the honey on your lips, just before his talons catch victory by the throat.
Pokey! Calm your tantrum. We have a score to settle.
Sweet is this.
I'm speaking to you. Look at me. Last warning. Very well.
Waiting sorrow.
I will explain.
Who? What are you?
rejection.
It is done.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I've got a burning question or two.
I wouldn't get too close. Not until we have answers.
Who are you?
Pokey, I will not hurt you.
Don't call me that. That's what my ma called me. Who are you?
I am waiting sorrow.
Not some healer from the Shiver Peaks, I take it. I can practically feel the magic dripping from your paws.
I am not. I'm...
a rogue wizard. The Astral Ward is looking for you, Waiting Sorrow.
The moment they called you Wayfinder, I assumed your mission was to hunt me down.
Hunt is a strong word.
What fables did he tell you of me? That I take children and siphon their young magic?
Only that I'm to assume you're dangerous.
I helped you kill the beast, didn't I? If I was going to harm any of you, my hands would already be cleaned of it. Poised arrow. I'm sorry. I can explain everything. I just need you to give me some time before we tell anyone.
You don't want my paw to know.
It's not the right time.
And I still have a few questions myself.
With time.
Are you okay?
I feel sick. My gut is turning and my arms won't still. I don't know what to think. I need to count the trees and mull it over.
Are you going to tell your father? I wouldn't blame you if you did.
I want to. I don't know if I should. I'll think about it. My ma taught me to step away when a hunt became too taxing. My thoughts and tongue aren't aligned.
Wise advice. Take as long as you need. I'll keep an eye on her.
Yeah, they're getting some research camps set up nearby. I'll be there. Gonna take a walk.
Where is he going?
To think. If I just learned that my mentor was wanted for ambiguous transgressions, I'd be on the fence too.
I left a note. Ren should have known I meant no harm.
If you're talking about Isgarin, I think we both know better than to assume he's rational.
What do you suggest then? Shall you haul me back to Omnitas, paws and chains?
Do Titans still roam the Isles? Can we count this battle fought?
Isgarin said to expect numbers, even if those numbers are low.
The earth here rumbles. I wouldn't blink if another stranger still walked upon these lands. The tendrils of my power reach outward, but the mistburn is disrupting my senses.
Mistburn? Does that have something to do with the Titans?
In part. Energy radiates from the mists. I expect wherever our Titan came from, it was steeped in it. It bleeds into our realm.
Oh. Wonderful. So, what are we going to do with you?
Well, I'm not in chains yet. Why don't you tell me? If you don't tell the ward, I will not flee. Let us deal with them later.
I don't know the stakes under which you were advised to track her down, but she did help us kill the thing.
I've carried enough secrets in my pocket to know how burdensome that weight can be.
Then let me offer this. I will return to them, but only when I know my kin are secured from immediate danger. Let me roam on my own terms until then. I've only just adjusted to life without Iskarin's shackling gaze.
If I can learn to trust Kaith, I can learn to trust you.
I haven't fought like that in a few decades. Maintaining a facade absent magic has left my flame flickering and, delicate. Will you make sure Pokey is well while I recover?
We'll tend to the cub, but don't get any ideas.
Impossible.
Commander, you're far more versed on the Astral Ward than we are, but you might owe us a bit of an explanation.
Stoic Alder.
If you're looking for Poised Arrow, he's not here. Your scuffle with the stranger left his mind raw. I don't know what you endured. I haven't seen him so heavy with angst since Silken Weir left us.
I can explain.
After the mainland attack, his nerve was turbulent. He said you were left with little choice. My son survived. Your friends survived. I don't need to mourn what didn't come to fruition.
The creature that killed your kin is dead. Wilted my senses.
Another sunset. Did you find Aurora? Pokey didn't say.
She wasn't with the dead. A good sign. But we'll keep looking.
We'll settle camp and assess. Our forebears built sites across the Isle. Way stations, constructed after the Masat fell. Iskarin's warning hasn't escaped me. If a Titan lives, we'll find it. You can tell your alliance that. Wayfinder, my son. Is Pokey okay?
Was that his first fight? Against something of that scale?
Of that scale? No. With distance and time, he'll come back to us with a clear head. Oh, thing graced by fire was looking for you and your allies. Probably wants to thank you.
Hear what happened? The Guiding Star's expedition
On your
team?
feet again, so soon
They
after
were
the
attacked
attack.
Not once.
Kate might have
twice.
something to say about that.
This isle is troubled.
Rest is for a calm soul.
Not by a stranger,
If I
I
sit
hope.
for long, I'll turn into a cub
Just
with
by
a gut full of
wolves,
honey.
they told me. According to
I've
Guiding
also
Star,
heard the
one
news.
was enormous.
You killed
and
it?
rotten.
A stranger?
Creatures on this isle are never just rabbits
Yes,
or
it's
bees.
true.
They have to be
I'm glad we got
beasts.
Pokey out of there in one piece. That beast was horrifying.
If my companions saw what that creature left behind, they'd be mortified. Spent their lives learning this land, protecting it. I'm relieved Pokey is okay though.
Me too. But until we know what's left to fight, we may as well find our footing. How can I help you stay seated? You need rest.
If you're offering, I could use a scout. Wilderness abounds. Only a few of us have spent any real time on the isle. With the Astral Ward and Bearkin moving inland, your help charting the area would benefit everyone. I've also observed troubling behavior among the local wildlife. Frenzied, enraged. Creatures that don't usually attack. But that can be our problem next. But once you're done charting, come back to me.
More wilds. Starting to internalize everyone's warnings. Serene. Bet this place would be pretty nice if it had a kinder history. I'd put a couple copper on Greer being responsible for this. He turned the place into a swamp. bloodstone is morphing with the environment. Can't be good. Fallout from a bloodstone explosion. It looks like this one was controlled, at least. Could have been a lot worse. White mantle. Long gone by the looks of it. But what were they doing here? Map's shaping up. I should get back to camp, share what I saw.
Thanks. With a better understanding of the area, our chances for survival go up. Respect the Isle's boundaries, we must. Couple more things you could do to help around here, if you have breath to spare. To start, Whispers of Wind is looking into the Stranger's Blight. Not a bad idea to work with her, see what all she needs. And for me? Well, information. I mentioned the wildlife before, and that is not improved. I suspect the Stranger's influence, but we should confirm. See if there's anything we can do to help them. I need you to subdue the frenzied creatures and take a blood sample for me. Maybe there's a cure, or we'll know if there's not. Here, I've got the supplies set up for you.
Right to sleep. One step closer to answers. Right to sleep. We'll figure this out, little ones. right to sleep. We'll figure this out, little ones.
Oh, almost forgot. Our drones will be at the testing sites. Retrieve additional doses from them if needed.
Rots turned the forest fetid. The animals flee south, displaced. Do you